back to my channel. This is your girl Diamond Daily, otherwise known as Mykayla Diamond. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I did a video. Today we're just gonna be talking about my freshman year, whatever, overall experience, since technically speaking my freshman year is kind of over. Well, first of all, let me just say I'm sorry for my appearance. I just decided to do this last minute because what we're going to be really talking about is, like, you know, my first year of cheering, my classes, housing, relationships with people, friendships, all that stuff of how my first year at Southern University was. This is not directed to anybody. This is really just my overall experience, the type of people who I've dealt with. So this is just like my opinion, so don't get it twisted, because at the end of the day, this is my experience. I think we can start off with cheerleading. As you guys know, I did make the 2019-2020 cheerleading team at Southern University. I also was on the nationals team. However, due to the coronavirus, whatever it is, we did not get to go to nationals this year. So yeah, that's a little upset because we've been practicing a lot. I really enjoyed cheering for them. I think I made the right decision in cheering for Southern University. I had fun going to New Orleans, Bayou Classic, all these different things that I never got to experience being back home in Virginia. These were all fun experiences. I got to meet new people and everything. Not to say that we're all sisters on the team, but at the end of the day, when we come together as a squad, we have to respect each other and make sure we're on our when we are cheering. So I didn't have any problems with that per se, but you have to know that when you go to college, everybody is from different places. Like, they might say something and you might think it's something else. So like, it's more so just like really like understanding the type of people who you surround yourself with, because like I said, everybody is different. Just be careful of how you speak to somebody else, because they might take that into another way. I've learned so much at my first year. Like, people, like, I have really learned about different, like, that is my #1 thing. So for cheering wise, I had so much fun my freshman year. I'm pretty sad that we didn't get to go to nationals, because I really believe that we could have really like actually been something. I think that if there was anything that I could change about cheer per se, I would just say that we should be more open to trying new things. Other than that though, I don't think I would change anything about it, because this year I felt like our squad had so much potential. It was like, honestly, like, ridiculous. Like, we had so much potential, but you know, some people, not to throw shade at anybody on my team, but some people are just more lazy than others, and that's not even to come at myself. Sometimes I can be lazy too, so I would never just say it's just everybody else. School. So schooling wise, I think that professors are different everywhere. Like, because the professors I had fall and spring are like, some of them are better than others. That's all I'm gonna say. People think if you go to a HBCU, all your professors are gonna be black. No, that's not true at all. They all teach differently as well. So like, you should really do your research on ratemyprofessor.com. Like, I laid out my whole plan my freshman year, like who I wanted as a teacher, and if I couldn't get them, who's gonna be my backup, like stuff like that. Classes wise, at the end of the day, my fall semester I got a 3.4. I'm still in my spring, even though we aren't going to school physically, that we're still doing it online. So I do have a couple classes online anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. Though, like, I've never really had like okay, I'm lying. Like this semester I have a dead ass, like, terrible professor. I feel like the university is really well. I just feel like you have to do your research on the professor that you have, just because I feel like if you don't really communicate, or you know, don't really understand that professor well, I feel like it would be wise for you to really like ask other people, oh hey, have you had, or upperclassmen, have you had this professor before, this, that, and the third. So yeah, housing, as you all know, I was living on campus my fall semester. I had some really bad experiences with roommates, suite mates, some of the people in the housing department. Again, this is not to throw shade at anybody. This is my personal experience. I had a really bad first roommate. My second roommate was really cool. Like, we didn't have any problems. My first roommate, hella problems. Like, it wasn't gonna work. She was dirty. She a grown ass woman, but at the end of the day, we share a bathroom with 2 other girls, and what the type of stuff she was doing was just not okay with me, not okay. Like, I didn't want, like, look, me, I know weed is a big part of the community in our generation now, but for me, that's not it. Like, I don't do none of that stuff. Like, even if I tell my friends, y'all can do that on your own time, but if y'all gonna come to my house, y'all can't be doing that, and that's just that. Sorry, like, I'm just not, I don't like my house smelling like weed. I don't like anybody who, like, y'all can smell like it, however, my house is not going to smell like weed, period. Housing, since I did have that issue with my roommate, eventually I got a new one because of this. There was a lot of situation that happened with that. I had to take situations to my own hands. I'm not trying to be a snitch or nothing, but at the end of the day, if she would have got caught, I would have got in trouble and got kicked out too. So yeah, so then I had, later on in the semester, I had problems with my suite mates because they decided to destroy the bathroom and tore down our curtain, which I bought because I was here in the semester way before everybody else came. They did that on purpose. I brought the director up there. They decided to lie, saying they weren't the ones who did it. However, y'all were the only people in the room because I was at an event that night. So it was a lot of stuff that happened and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not to say that I don't get along with people, but at this point I'm more mature than other females, and I just know, like, that wasn't happening for me. So thankfully, my mom and me were able to make an agreement for next semester. She seen how my grades are straight, agreed that I could get my own apartment off campus. I live in the Palisades right now, which is like literally next to the campus, so it's not like I'm off campus, but I'm not really off campus. I have my own apartment, my own bathroom, my own kitchen, my own living room. I have all that. So like, I'm not sharing anything with anyone. I do really like my own little space. You have to have more responsibility. You have to take out your trash. You have to cook. Like, I have Jackass on campus. That's all I needed. I don't think I needed to go to Mayberry. I don't think, the only places I really went was the Union to get Burger King or Chick-fil-A. Like, I didn't really even go to Mayberry when I was on campus. I guess we could talk about like my relationship with like friends and my relations that I've had with guys here. Friends wise, like, y'all probably like, oh, you got hella friends because you're on the cheer team. My people on the cheer team, we're all family. So I per se don't really have that best friend on campus, or like that best friend on the cheer team who I can talk to about everything. The people on my team are all my cheer sisters. I do had like a little group of friends who I used to hang out with in the fall. We're still friends now. Like, it was like a group of boys, and we had a little, me, my girl Asia, and Taylor. We were all like a little group of friends. Spring semester, this is when I really got out of like my introvert, and this was really on accident. I was gonna do a pageant and I met a lot of nice young ladies who wanted to do a dance with me for my pageant, even though I didn't get to do it. But those are the girls who I really like, who I would consider like my actual friends, and like who I would really like spend my time with at this point. My freshman year was really just observing people, and I learned that a lot of people you cannot trust. You would say one thing and it would just get out. College is literally high school 2.0. I'm not even like trying to lie to you. That's exactly what it is. Like, when I came into college, all wrong. Like, I thought as soon as you get to college, you meet like mature people. You don't have to worry about those dumb relationships you had in high school because you have grown people who know how to do, like, I came into this all wrong. They still act the same like they was in high school, no matter how old you are. Which leads me into the guy's relationship. I did talk to somebody majority of my fall semester. It was great. I'm not really gonna say names, but it was somebody who I really cared about, who I ended up really liking. We had a good chemistry, like we just really got along. I just think that where we went wrong, it was just like there was no communication, there was no, and this is really why I want to be able to like talk to you guys about this, because at the end of the day, I feel like this is like really something I can do to get some things off my chest. Not to say that my YouTube channel is like my diary, but like I would just like, so you guys know like that I'm real. Like, this is what I really be going through on a daily. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just perfect, because I'm not. I go through real people shit, real people life situations. Like, I go through real stuff that the same people like my subscribers go through. So I just want y'all to be able to know like this is real. Like Just because you see YouTubers happy all the time does not mean that their life is actually happy. Like, social media is the same thing. You may see somebody look really happy, that doesn't mean that they don't be going through stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's like me telling you guys, like I said, I'm not gonna say names, but like the relationship I had with this person was really toxic towards the end and very manipulative. There was a situation that happened where I was like embarrassed in front of so many people, and I've never felt so humiliated in my life. Due to that, I actually had like a whole anxiety attack, and I'm not afraid to admit that because it's life. Like when I like somebody or I invest my feelings in somebody, it's real. Like I don't just date people just to date. I don't just date just because of social media. Like my feelings are actually real. He would rather go out with his friends and he would rather hang out with me, but wanted to be booed up with me in the house. I'm a very inside person. I don't mind having movies night. I don't care about that, but at some point throughout the relationship, I want to see if we can actually have more of a connection outside of just that. Like and at some point it felt like almost I was hitting. And not to say that people didn't know we were already like talking or we had a connection, but at the same time it felt like, oh, he didn't think of me enough to take me out. I was really trying to make it work, but at the end of the day, if you can't force anybody to make anything work, and that's what I'm trying to constantly remind myself as a young woman, because I'm somebody who likes to try to save and help everybody, and I'm learning that I can't do that because everybody, for one, doesn't deserve to be helped. Some people have to learn on their own. Sometimes I'm like that. Sometimes I have to learn the hard way to really understand. I didn't deserve to be put in that situation that I was in. This person really got confusing and didn't really know what they want, and it just felt really manipulative. So I had to make a really strong decision for myself and say, like, Mykayla, you really have to know, like, this person isn't really good for your life right now. Like, they don't even know who they are. How am I supposed to be with somebody if they don't even know who they are? Like, where's that relationship gonna go? We're cool now. We're still cool, but you know, relationship wise, I don't think that right now he's in that place to be ready for that, which is perfectly fine. So I moved on, which leads me to another situation that I was in. To roll all this up into one, I would just say that, ladies, if you have standards, keep your standards. Like, if you know there's something that you don't like, keep your standards. If you see a red flag, do not ignore that red flag, because I promise you that will come back to haunt you. Because there were so many red flags that I had in both of these men, but I ignored it because I thought that it was just, you know, something not to worry about. God is going to bring that perfect person for you. At this point in my time, I need to start worrying about myself. I need to start focusing on me. What do I want? What do I want to do? And if somebody speaks my interest, if I have those standards, baby boy, I'm sorry, you just don't, that's just not what I need in my life, and that's just that. Like, I know what the type of person I deserve. I know how I should be treated. Both of these men, honestly, I feel like disrespected me in a way. Emotionally disrespected me, calling me out of my name, like stuff like that I should not have to go through. Like, and I was just letting it slide because I'm a nice person. My problem is I'm not gonna say I don't stand up for myself. I do speak up, but like at this point in time, I'm just gonna have to stop giving because at this point nobody cares about my feelings. So okay, I'm gonna show you the same thing back. These are just some things. I've had some really like life lessons that I've learned being in college. Like, so many things that has opened up my eyes. And know who you are. Know who you are in Christ, for one. Know who you are as an individual. If you don't know who you are, somebody else is going to tell you who you are. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this gives you some more insight about me. And really like opens up like who I am and like what do I stand for, because I don't think a lot of you really know like who I am. And I'm trying to be as real as a YouTuber as I can, because some people will lie to you and just think everything's perfect. It's not perfect. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like and comment, subscribe, and there will surely be some new videos on the way. I have to get my life in order right now and recover from some stuff. But yeah, just give me some ideas on what you guys want me to do, because I'm starting to see what kind of videos y'all like to watch. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.